Now, the first way to dominate any woman in the other room is to be confident. My kings, confidence is like 70% of the work done when you're dealing with women, and it also comes to play the same way in the other room. When you have confidence, dominating a woman in the other room is already done for you. You shouldn't be caught feeling shy, feeling timid, feeling intimidated, or uncertain of what you're about to do when you want to go down with a woman. Because when you show any level of uncertainty, you begin to give the woman the power to dominate over you in that moment. And that is not the goal. The goal here is for you to dominate, for you to take charge, for you to be the man and make her know that you are in charge. And one of the best ways to do that is to be confident. It's just like getting into a car and noticing that the driver seems to be uncertain about what he's doing, like he's not really certain of how to move the steering or how to move a car properly. You will notice that immediately you would want to get down and get out of that car because you will not feel safe. You feel like this one would definitely crash me somewhere. That's exactly how a woman will feel when you show that timidity, that shyness, that intimidation in the other room. But when you go with confidence, when you let her know that you know what you're doing, and of course you are a king on this channel, so you should definitely know your way around a woman's body and what to do in the other room. So I know you know what you're doing. So go with that confidence and do exactly what you want to do. Do not act like you're begging her, like you're asking for permission before you do anything you want to do. Just go ahead and do it. I am not saying you should be disrespectful to her, but make sure you just take charge. Do it. If she doesn't feel okay with it, she will let you know, and you know that one doesn't work for her and move on to another one. But don't make it look like you need her to give you a go ahead before you do your thing. Because when you do that, you make her think you are uncertain and you are not sure of what you're doing. And that's going to make her feel like already leaving, or make her feel the need to be the one to dominate and take charge and let you know what to do around her, which is not the goal here. The goal is to dominate her and let her know that you are in charge. So as such, you should be very confident with what you're doing and show her that you know your game. And of course, this will make her know that you're very experienced with what you're doing. She would know that she can let herself go and let you dominate because you are showing like you know your game. You know when you touch here that this is the type of reaction you're going to get, or this is how it's going to make her feel. So you just go ahead and do it. You don't act like you are not certain. That will make you look like an amateur to her. And that's not what you're trying to give off here. You're trying to give off that kingly vibe, the vibe that shows that you know your game and you know what you're doing. You are here to dominate. So when you do that, she will know your experience, and then she will really let herself go. She will be willing to relax and let you do your thing because she knows that since you are the one driving, she is safe. Now, another way to dominate any woman in the other room is to satisfy her. My kings, when you are able to satisfy a woman in the other room, you already have her unlocked, because not only is she going to have that thing in her mind about you in the moment, she's also going to be thinking about you after the moment, because you've given her reasons to always think about you. Because not a lot of kings pay attention to satisfying their women. A lot of kings just go about their own business. They just want to, get to the peak. Once they get there, they don't care if the woman is there or not. But when you are able to take that time, take that extra time to get her there, to get her waters to flow, to get her fountain to explode, you already know you've dominated not just her, but her entire mind and body. Because just take a look at it. When there is a king who does not give her that type of experience, who is just all about himself, comes to her, just hits it once he's there, he lets her be. And when there is you who takes your time to get her there, you already know that between these two kings, she's definitely going to choose you, because you've put her in that place where it is not just a moment with you, it is a pleasurable and memorable one. So she's not just going to think about it just once. So you get her always running back to you for more, because she knows it is more pleasurable and satisfying with you than with the other king. That is where you get some women, they have a man, but they will still be running to another man because because probably this other man gives them that experience, that pleasure that their man is not able to give them. So when you are able to get a woman there, get her to that space where she's even shaking after you are done, now she knows, okay, this is the man for me. So she's definitely going to be coming back. And by then you would have achieved the goal of dominating her completely. Another way to dominate any woman in the other room is to be innovative. My kings, being boring in the other room would make you someone who is not exciting to be with. And as such, any woman who comes in contact with you in the other room would not enjoy the moment with you and would not want more. But when you are innovative, in the sense that you don't just do your thing, but you also move your hand and your mouth around in other parts of her body to give her even more pleasure. And as such, that will make it a very lively moment. And also, when you are innovative in the sense that you're always changing positions, you are not just sticking to one thing. Because when you stick to a particular thing for a long period of time, it is going to start getting boring. But when you are able to just move, change positions, it's just like changing gears in a car. Now it's going to get more exciting and the ride is going to be good. And as such, you would have achieved your goal of dominating her completely. Another way to dominate any woman in the other room is to tickle her mind. My kings, we are emotional beings, and I know I've established that a lot of times on here. That is because it is real. We are very captivated by what we hear. When you are able to take your seat and go sit in a woman's mind, trust me, you've dominated her entirely, her mind, her body, every part of her, because we are that emotional. We are so connected and captivated by words. And again, anything that has to do with the other room has a lot to do with the mind. So if you're able to tickle her mind, trust me, you got her. You've locked her like even forever. That is the situation where sometimes you get a woman who never wants to leave you because you've been able to put her in that space where you are all over her mind. And how do you bring this to play in the other room? It is by telling her things that will register in her head. Things that even after the moment, even after the both of you are done, she goes out and it still replays in her head. Just like when you go, you have a fun moment and you know there is a particular music that interested you or you vibed to and you liked it. Whenever you hear that music after that moment, you are definitely going to start getting flashbacks of that memory of that fun time that you had. That is exactly what you do to a woman when you're able to whisper to her words that she would always remember during the moment. And what do I mean by this? It is when you tell her sweet things. You tell her things that will register in her mind and already begin to create scenarios way before you start. And even while you are at it, you still tell her things that after the both of you are done, she's going to remember it. And what are some of these things? It is when you come close to her before you start your thing and you let her know how very beautiful she is. You tell her, look her in her eyes and tell her she's so beautiful. Maybe she's got the best smile in the world. You cannot wait to eat her up. All these things are going to be registering in her head as you're saying it. You cannot wait to show her the wonders that you're about to take her through in this moment. This is already going to create a scenario in her head where she's already very expectant of what you're going to do to her. And now, when you go to the other room for real, you really deliver. And as you are at it, delivering it to her, giving her exactly what you promised her, or even more, then you also take your time to whisper even more things to her. My kings, trust me, if you do this, you have that woman unlocked. When you are at it and you're whispering words like, oh, I didn't know you have such a beautiful body beneath the dresses I see you wear. Oh, wow, you look so cute. Your skin is so fresh. Oh, has anyone ever told you how very sweet you are? Because you're whispering these things in her ears, you are dominating her mind, you are tickling her body, and every part of her is going to respond to that. again, like I mentioned, even after you are done, these words are going to stick in her mind. Whenever she stands in front of the mirror and looks at herself, she's going to remember you told her her body is beautiful. She's going to remember you told her she's sweet. She has a nice skin. All these things are going to register and replay. And because of this, you would have ended up dominating her, not just in the other room, but also when she is not with you. And as such, you will get her always running back to you. Now, the last way to dominate any woman in the other room on my list today is to handle her with care. My kings, when you are able to be very gentle and tender, soft, sexy and seductive with your every touch and move in the other room, you would be able to dominate any woman. Unlike being rough and manhandling a woman's body, maybe let's say when you want to touch her melons, you are squeezing them so hard, being very rough with them. When you are touching her down there, you are being very rough and your fingers are moving just so like you are in a hurry and a rush to get somewhere. That is definitely going to make the woman think you are incompetent, and it will either make her be the one to dominate you and guide you as to what to do with her body and how to handle her, or she would just endure the pain, and the moment she's gone, she is never coming back. And that is exactly what you do not want, because the goal here is to dominate her. So it is better to be very tender, very gentle. Make sure that your every touch and your every move is giving her that sensation, because you're being very tender with her. You are handling her with so much care that everything you do is pleasurable to her, and that would definitely get her coming back for more. And the moment you are able to get a woman where she's able to come back for more, she's the one always running to you for more, you know you've achieved that goal of dominating her completely. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 5 ways to dominate any woman in the other room. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do well to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one. Bye.